to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Friday, September 11th, 2020. That date, that's a tough date. I want to make sure that we, acknowledge all the people that lost their lives on that day from those terrible events and the people that lost their lives because of that day. I want to make sure we acknowledge the first responders, the firemen, the police that are out there doing their duty to protect us and help us every single day.
The EMS and the people that got their butts down there to clean up and got sick.
Yeah, 2,977 people died, and maybe initially, which is terrible. And then there's also, there was some cancers and stuff that happened with the first responders years later, and it's like for our generation, it was like where you were when it happened. You know exactly where you were. Even we were from the East Coast. We're not from New York, we're from Virginia, but it's kind of like our Kennedy assassination moment. It was crazy. It was sad.
Yeah. Terrible. If you lost someone that day, or if you know someone that lost someone, there's obviously people at Barstool that we know, Large and his wife, and many others that lost people that day. So we're thinking about you today, and make sure you do the same.
Shout out George Moore, and hey, look, we always let's take some time today and think about it, and think about those people, and also remember that after those events, we were shown how great America can be when we come together, and that was the only small good that came out of it. But we when we're united,
that's a good point.
We're unstoppable.
Good point, Pat. We were outside of, I don't even really want to mention it, but small handful of people with a little bit of like xenophobia. It was like the whole country came together, and I thought that was going to happen during COVID. But that was one good thing that happened, is everyone was compassionate, kind, caring and loving after it happened. Also, not a great day to have a birthday. My aunt's birthday is today. Obviously, it pales in comparison to the people that lost their lives and stuff like that. But bad day to have a birthday.
Yeah, shout out former Hard Factor intern Rebecca. Happy birthday.
Birthday today? Yeah.
Oh.
Let's make fun of Florida. Let's make fun of Florida.
Do that. Let's kick it up. Let's lighten the mood a little bit.
All right.
I think you're up first.
All right, guys. I'm going to kick it off. Do you guys ever break into like a food or drink that you intend to buy while you're shopping, like at the grocery store or something like that?
What do you mean? Intend to buy?
Yeah, like sometimes, especially like a hot-ass day in Texas when I'm super thirsty, if I'm like at the grocery store, I can't resist like breaking into an ice-cold Coca-Cola off the shelf or a Gatorade while I'm still shopping. And then I just...
I think that's inappropriate to talk about with the current climate of COVID, but sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just be eating
Mark.
and drinking in your grocery store like a fucking animal.
Okay.
You have a mask on, I would imagine, so... Okay.
You're going to be that guy, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to be that guy where we're in this thing forever.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about
I want to take my mask off in the grocery store because I have to drink my Yoo-Hoo while I walk around.
Okay. You know that I don't drink Yoo-Hoo. It has
you're a
milk in
Yoo-Hoo
it.
guy. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but you've done it,
Right. My big thing is I get cashews from the bins, and I will snack on cashews and walk around the grocery store.
That's stealing, Wes, because you don't have a package to turn in at the end.
I put the proper label on it, the proper weight, and then I purchase it later. But about half the bag is gone by the time I get up to the register.
You guys are disgusting. No, I don't do either of those things.
Okay. Well, I do, and that's why we call Wes Cashew Wes. And guys, 36-year-old Teresa Stanley of Port Salerno, Florida, she and I have that in common, that we don't mind breaking into the merchandise that we intend to buy while we're still shopping. See, Teresa was recently in the market for some items to spice up her personal sex life, and who can blame her? Sex toy retailer Adam and Eve, for example, is up 30% in terms of sales.
Well, you didn't
since
say
COVID
sex
started.
store. That's a different story.
I'm saying people are horny right now, and they don't have anyone to horn with. So
it's different than opening a drink at a grocery store. You certainly try the merch out at a sex store.
I don't really see the difference. But okay, Mark, you can be that judgmental guy.
You know what water tastes like. You don't know what a cock ring feels like.
That's true. I agree. Yeah, it's a try it before you buy it situation. Guys, after shopping around, Teresa found an orgasm assistance device that she liked. But much like my throat on a hot summer day, Her vagina was parched, and she just couldn't wait until she got home to quench that thirst. She needed to do it right then and right there. And it wasn't long before police were dispatched. With only a description of a very horny woman in a purple shirt with no pants on, here's a tidbit from the police report. Quote, on arrival, an employee came outside and stated that the female had been masturbating in the store. She removed a sex toy from the packaging and was now fully nude. As I walked in the store, I was informed that she'd gone into the stockroom with the sex toy. I guess she needed a little bit more privacy to really...
Oh, yeah.
They probably like rock, paper, scissors as like 5 patrol cars showed up at the same time.
Who wants it? Rook, you got it. As I opened the door.
No, Wes is saying they all wanted it.
You think they all wanted it?
Yeah, of course.
My guess is, right, it sounds hot. I mean, the description was hot. A woman without pants and a purple shirt on. But my guess is these police officers know that it's probably not going to be a pretty sight when they get there.
Doesn't matter. It's a site.
It's not an Instagram model in there.
They're fighting for this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Back to police report. As I opened the doors, I found the female who identified herself as Teresa Stanley sitting in an office chair with her feet up on a table. And side note, guys, what a boss way to introduce yourself. Like the cop walks in, she's just masturbating, and she's like, sup, Teresa Stanley. Okay, back to the police report. She had in her hand a pink-colored penis-shaped sex toy that she was using in a masturbatory manner, unquote. Right, so she found the thing she wanted, and she just couldn't wait. She went to the
Gave it a
stockroom.
spin. Gave it a little test drive.
And in like a small sex shop, that's the boss's chair. There's not like a bunch of offices. She was sitting in the big dog's chair.
Yeah.
Kicked her feet up like she was at the doctor with some stirrups, the gyno exam, and just took it to town.
She's like, yeah, I'll take it. She's out of the box. Like,
I don't know. Do you have
Listen, those things? Those things, they get to be pricey. So times are tough, and if she's having trouble just doing it on her own, maybe this was just a dire situation.
You got to read the reviews for sure. I'm with you there, Wes,
or why not try it out yourself? But my question here, guys, how horned up do you have to be? Obviously, all kidding aside, you're right, Mark. A Gatorade is not like a pink penis-shaped dildo because it doesn't go inside it does go inside your body. I guess it is similar, but dissimilar as well. How horned up do you have to be to pull this one off?
First of all, she's going into the sex store, so she's already at a level of somewhat horniness, right? And then she's seeing the toys and getting the thoughts. And so I imagine the horny level just went up from there. You got to be pretty horned up, though, is the answer.
Right.
Quite horned up.
Guys, so the woman was charged with larceny and poor judgment related to horniness, and the total cost of the alleged stolen dildo, which wasn't even really stolen. They probably didn't even give her a shot to pay for it.
Wait a minute. Well, stolen dildo.
Right. No, I know. They charge her with larceny because...
She didn't leave the premises.
Exactly. They walked in on her.
That's not stolen. Yeah, exactly. That's ooh.
It's like the cops busting in on you in the changing room.
Yeah.
Saying you're trying to steal those pants. And
wait a minute. What do you mean I'm masturbating in the dressing room? I haven't finished.
If she's got a good lawyer, I bet they could. I mean, it's probably not a sign up. I'm just putting it that way. If she's got a good lawyer, she can get off here. Butt up bum. Yeah. Take it to the internet, guys. There weren't any comments on this one, but I took it upon myself to find Teresa Stanley on Facebook and reach out to her. And here's what I said. Teresa, I just wanted to let you know that I support you, and those prudes at the sex shop should have minded their own business and let you finish. This country was founded on being able to try before you buy. So she has not responded yet, but I just want to let her know I support.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, she tried, didn't she? I bet she brought like batteries with her and everything, just in case. If she had like a pocket full of batteries, then you know that there was probably no intent to buy.
Yeah, right. If she had a pocket full of batteries, then there's there's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem.
What should we get Teresa for her birthday? You should get her
man,
batteries.
she looks rough in that
I'm thinking
mugshot.
Batteries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she does. Jesus Christ.
I don't think she finished. She doesn't look so happy.
No, it doesn't look like it. She picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this one comes from Jingleheimer86. Thanks, Jingleheimer. So, guys, if you live in Florida, chances are you are constantly saving up for a few things. One, bail or fines.
Yeah, I was about to say bail.
Two, a blue topaz engagement ring. Three, truck. Four, a boat, or better yet, a fucking jet ski.
Oh yeah,
I love jet skis. It is my goal to own one day. Maybe I'll move to the great state of Florida one day, buy a jet ski. Doesn't sound bad to me. You guys like jet skis?
yeah. You'll probably see me there. I think I'm going to be moving to Florida sometime in the near future, probably.
I fucking love jet skis, but I will say this. The idea of buying one seems cool, but I think it's a bad idea because everyone I've ever known that owned a jet ski, they never work. Like whenever you're like your buddy's like, hey, you want to come out to the lake house? Or we're gonna go to my beach house, and then you have jet skis. Like immediately their face changes, and they're like, yeah, but they don't work. Like no one's jet skis ever fucking work.
Yeah, they give up on them. Seems like once they break, that's it. That's it for the jet ski. Yeah. One of my favorite memories is that I like to hash out is from a jet ski, watching the look on Mark's face as the jet ski rental guy went over all the safety measures in Key West while down there on Will's bachelor party. That was just priceless for me.
What was it like?
Watching Mark get safety instructions over something that he's deathly scared to do. It's amazing.
It's one of my favorite things
Hang
is
on.
to watch Mark interact with like machinery or because he's a pretty athletic dude, but like that must have been fun.
I just have spidey senses. But first of all, that was a 3-hour tour like Gilligan's Island.
It was.
We went around the entire island, and at the end we were going over the ocean waves, which are choppy. By the way, we were the front of the group because Wes is pretty good at the jet ski. Will's decent at the jet ski, and I had to become.
And Mark's like a blind guy on the jet ski.
Well, I had to out jet ski 50 other people, and we were going twice the speed. We were going like 35 miles an hour, when everyone else was going like 20.
Please.
So whatever. So I ended up getting pretty good at it after the first like hour and a half, and I was fine. And at the end, when we were going over the ocean waves, it was Will's big ass that hit a wave and went flying 15 feet in the air off his jet ski, like he got shot out of a cannon. And we were like, "Is he dead?" And we had to wait for him. Yeah, that was. I mean, I stayed on the jet ski. Is all I'm saying.
Did you guys really get like a 3-hour tour? That's a fat.
Yeah.
That's a fat jet ski ride.
We went around all of Key West.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because
we stopped in certain spots and swam and had to like get our fat asses back up on the jet skis.
They take you to a practice area at 45 minutes into the tour. So like I'm like learning how to jet ski, and then like they give you this big still water area, this like huge square that you can like practice in and get your chops up, which is where I really got good. But to get there was like a mile and a half of jet skiing to get there, and I was like, fuck. And Wes is like, come on, keep up.
What do you say we take Mark skiing this winter?
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure I'll be fine at skiing. Like you said, anything like once my feet are grounded, I'm pretty athletic. If you can do it, I can do it. Is what I like to say.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good rule to live by.
If I can do it, I can do it.
Anyway, so the point of this story is that there's perhaps no more Florida way than to lead police on a high-speed chase than on a fucking jet ski. And that is what one man did. There is video of it. Not much is known about the man other than he was wanted by U.S. Marshals. And he led these marshals on a chase through the bay. You can see him weaving in and out of boats. They're chasing him with like two big, police boats. It's pretty dramatic.
Where's he gonna go? Like,
well,
just out to the ocean and die.
How good does that feel, though? You're like just like out on the wave runner, just burning the police that are trying to catch up to you. Yeah, I bet it felt fucking awesome.
It's like you're in the Biggie Smalls "Hypnotized" music video.
Yeah. I mean, it's close to flying. It's like second to human flight.
Right. It looked fun. But so eventually he abandoned the jet ski, fled on foot, only to be arrested at a Boston market. No, Pat, not an actual market in the city of Boston, but the fast food and very delicious restaurant called Boston Market. That's how it ended.
Why did you need to clarify that for me?
I just felt there was a joke coming from you if I said Boston Market.
I love Boston Market. It's awesome.
Boston Market's the shit.
It's fantastic. I wish I grew up in a town with one, but my parents weren't rich like you. So
we had Boston Market at least twice a month. And it was fantastic.
Everyone can afford Boston Market. Boston Market was not expensive.
Yeah, it was great.
You had to drive to the next town over.
Well, yeah, you have to drive. Yeah, that's the problem.
I used to ride my bike up there.
Must have been sweet.
That's
Must
nice.
have been sweet.
Yeah,
what would you get?
Oh God, I mean, their stuffing is great. Their mac and cheese was good. I mean, they're like good meatloaf.
Would you ride there solo?
We're on a weight loss competition. What are you guys talking about Boston Market for?
There's one up north in Austin. That's the only one I know about that's close. Anyway, that's that story. Just stretched it with the jet ski stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, love jet skiing now.
Yeah.
So let's get in on. Let's go move to Florida West and get in on a like a timeshare jet ski.
Love that.
But it'd be more fun to go together too. So we'll figure it out.
You guys could go together.
Like a duo. This one is submitted by listener Riley in a classic Florida beach scenario. So this is another one, not jet skiing this time. A bearded man went swimming in the ocean and disrespected a shark. And in return, was shown the same level of disrespect by the shark as the small nurse shark bit and latched onto his forearm. And there's a picture of it right there if you want to take a look at it. It's like a 2-foot shark. Yeah. That just, bit him and wouldn't let go. And he had to be, like, helped out of the water. And he's just, like, standing there. And at this point, everyone starts videoing this jackass because he's got a shark attached to him. And there's a crowd, in a viral video, there's a crowd of about 100 people, all with their cell phones out, all videotaping this guy who's got a shark attached to his arm. And the EMS people are like, what the fuck?
I didn't know a nurse shark could bite you like that. Like, they brought one into, like, my kindergarten class for us to pet.
It's like a big catfish.
Nurse sharks are notoriously, people say that they're like docile. I remember I was filming in the Bahamas, and there was like a big place where you could go film or like feed the nurse sharks, and they were like, they don't bite. And this happens so often. Eventually, these fucking like one of the girls that we were filming got bit by a nurse shark because they mistake you as food, or like, and they get frenzied up. They're not as, people get bit by these fucking things a lot more than you think.
You know what I've found? Things with teeth bite things. They don't, otherwise evolution wouldn't have, they don't need teeth if they don't bite things. So they're going to bite you. You got teeth, it bites.
Never seen a Janet Jameson video, it sounds like.
Yeah, okay. I didn't prepare for the bite comment. I didn't have the Boston Market. So,
bad thing to name your dog.
What's that?
Shark. Because if you take that dog to the beach, you're like, shark.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. That would be stupid. If you name your dog Shark is cool, but you cannot take that dog to the beach. So they tried to get this fucking nurse shark off, and they just couldn't. They poured alcohol on it. At some point, just try to make it uncomfortable. They called it names. They asked it nicely. Nothing worked.
Let's get it drunk.
Yeah, it just bit harder. Eventually, they just put this dude on the EMS dune buggy vehicle and drove him away with the crowd cheering while the shark was still attached to his body. He eventually was de-sharked and did not require a hospital stay. And he was right before he left, he was recorded shouting, "I just wanted to play volleyball today, okay?" And to that, the guy who filmed him said, maybe the guy doth protest too much because it was actually the guy that was fucking with the shark and playing with the shark and toying with the shark and swimming up in the shark's area. So, so probably this dude's fault.
This was I read another article on this, and it was $100 bet, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They said he was playing with the shark. Yeah,
right. Some guy was like, "I bet you give you $100 to mess with that nursing shark." But what grit this nurse shark had. I mean, just to hold on, it just won't. It's like the Rudy of nursing sharks.
Yeah. No, I mean, it did not quit. It was pissed. The lifeguard at the beach who had to help the guy out of the ocean said he had never seen anything like this in all his probably 2 years or less of lifeguarding.
That's true, man. Yeah. If you meet an experience,
a lot of turnover. Not a lot of lifers at lifeguard.
There was I forget where I read this, but there was like a class action lawsuit for geriatrics who wanted to lifeguard, but they weren't getting hired because it's like you're retired. It's a great job for you. But the kids weren't letting it happen. All right, guys, let's talk real quick about one of our sponsors, Predicted. So if you want to gamble on the news or politics, which I do every day, we will give you a free $20 if you sign up for Predicted. It's the site to do it. It's predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. That's a unique URL. If you want your free $20, all you got to do is go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. Sign up using that link. Put $20 in your account. We will match that 20. Let's talk about a market I like right now, and it's based off a Donald Trump tweet. So we thought maybe Kim Jong-un was dead. He keeps going to his pleasure palace and banging his pleasure harem of teen girls. It seems like monthly. Like I guess when he gets depressed, or it's like a cycle for him. But then there's
when he remembers it's there.
Right,
exactly.
What was I doing last? What am I doing here? Anyway, there have been rumors that Kim Jong-un will not be the dictator of North Korea much longer, because every time he goes to his harem, his sister kind of big dicks all over the country.
Right.
So there's a market, which is great. And it is Kim, still the North Korean leader on December 31st. Yes is 88 cents. No, 12 cents. Donald Trump tweeted today for some reason, not sure why. Because last I remembered, these guys threatened us with a nuclear Christmas present. But Donald Trump tweeted, Kim Jong-un is in good health. Never underestimate him. What do you guys make of that tweet?
I don't know. I don't get it.
I mean, I think he's just trying to basically tell us that, listen, I know that he's doing okay, and to not believe him.
My theory.
Who cares if we underestimate him?
My theory would be like he's setting it up to say this guy's dangerous, and only I can save you from him. Only I can talk to him. Only I can prevent a war with him. Type stuff. He's just. And potentially maybe hoping Kim Jong-un reads that as well.
It could be. To me, it's like Trump is like living in an action movie, and Kim Jong-un is like a foe that he respects.
Well, I think he respects most. I think he respects most dictators. Like
right.
He's got. Also, I want to go back to your sexual appropriation of the sister big dicking around. That's now is big labiaing. Remember we did the labia reduction story, so
okay.
Big labiaing around. Yeah.
Yeah, she's flapping like a butterfly all over that country with her fat labes. Anyway, guys, will Kim be the dictator on December 31st? If Trump hadn't tweeted that today, that's probably why it went down 3 cents. But it's good money. I mean, you put $10-15 on that, you could be quadrupling it, fiving it, quincing it, whatever. You could make a ton of cash if you get it on that 12, because it's a little investment. A little bit more of a surefire bet, less risky, less cash to make those. Will Trump win the popular vote? Yes is 19 cents. No is 81. No is the favorite, obviously. Anyway, check it out. predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20.
Debates are
free
coming.
20, and the debates are coming at the end of the month, and it's going to be a fucking electric evening. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, if you got any good markets for the debates that you can think of, send them our way, and we'll try to make it happen for you.
What's going on with your voice, Wes?
I'm not used to the good morning. I'm not used to doing it, so I get raspy. Yeah,
we'll be back to relieve you on.
Thank God.
Monday.
Yeah, thank God. I don't know how he does it. All right, guys. When it's your birthday, you got to treat yourself, right, Pat? You recently had a birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and Mark, you did too. Maybe that was Pat's birthday too. Not sure. Anyway, it's important to love yourself and to get yourself a gift. And that's all that 33-year-old Ashley Spencer of Brevard County was trying to do. Only the gift she planned to give to herself was highly illegal. You see, she was going to spend $2,000 on a person to give her the gift of her husband's lover being shot to death.
Oh, assassinate, murder for hire gift.
Wait,
okay.
Run that back for me one more time.
She was going to pay someone.
Her husband's cheating on her.
Right.
Yeah, her husband's cheating on her. Actually had a baby with this new woman. Oh. So she was going to hire someone to kill that new woman.
And she did it on her birthday?
She wanted to give it to herself. I'll get to the quote, but yeah, that was a birthday gift to herself.
Man, sometimes you got to treat yourself.
Sometimes you got to treat yourself.
I don't want to be. Look, murder for hire shouldn't be something only for the elite, but you
2K
see
is low.
You see these people coming in at lowball and murder for hire, and it never works out in their favor. You know the ones that you don't see, the guy that paid $300,000 for murder because it worked out.
Yeah, it's mid 5 figures minimum. I'm talking $50,000 or higher to get someone murdered. Otherwise, you're dealing with someone that is not a good assassin.
A drug addict or something. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna snitch on you. You get what you pay for, and if you're lowball on murder, it's gonna be attempted
also,
murder.
Also, the
charges.
Percentage of likelihood that they're successful goes way down with that price. Come on.
What you want to do probably is you want to get dirt on someone and then blackmail them into murdering someone for you. I'm just saying, I've never done it. I'm just saying that's probably effective if you're on a budget.
Or get your hands dirty yourself, Ashley.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you afraid
of? Well, actually,
who's he going to tell he's dead?
Yeah, well, so she kind of did want to do that. So Ashley took to Snapchat to ask a friend if they knew any felons that, quote, don't give a damn about life and willing to do a job. You see, the woman who Ashley wanted dead like I said, had a child with her husband, and that really upset Ashley. So she wanted to treat herself to her death. Finally, the affidavit said, quote, Ashley advised that she wanted to get it done by her birthday, September 26th, and that it could be her birthday gift. So what's really fucked up is that Ashley didn't want to hire anyone to do the killing for her. She wanted to pull the trigger. She just wanted someone to help her secure the victim's home and then take the gun with them after Ashley was done treating herself to murder. So, of course...
Ashley.
Yeah.
She's
So
making so many
undercover
mistakes.
A lot of mistakes.
You know who's not
A lot of
surprised here?
mistakes.
Probably Ashley's high school principal. You know, she showed very little initiative. I missed at first that she wanted to kill the woman. But, man.
Oh, probably the 300 people Ashley screamed out, I'm going to kill you in her life.
You know that Ashley celebrates her half birthday, too.
The
She's that type of
3,000
person.
strangers. I wouldn't be making fun of anyone celebrating their half birthday. We just busted you at the top of the story.
I'm just saying a woman that wants murder done by her birthday is a person that takes their birthday a little too seriously. That's a birthday work, homie.
The glass houses thing, again.
I was just saying that, whatever, Mark. Sorry you had a bad birthday. I'm sorry. When I get back, we'll celebrate hard for you.
Okay.
Take you out for fajitas.
I had a fine
Sounds fun.
birthday.
Sounds fun.
Anyway, I had a great birthday. You just didn't remember it.
I always remember it. I have
No.
Anyway, so undercover sting took care of Ashley pretty quick. Wiretaps were set up, and Ashley is fucked, and the woman is alive. So no birthday. Bad birthday for Ashley. She's going to be spending, at least a decade in jail, I would think, for something like this.
Yeah, you're going away. Ashley's going away. And you know what? Infertility is a huge problem for guys. Not Ashley's husband, but a lot of guys. And things don't get better as we age, unfortunately. Daddy, spelled D-A-D-I, they have a mission. It's to make the process of fertility testing and sperm banking as comfortable, convenient, and cost-effective as possible, because they know how gross it is to go to sperm banks and jerk off in a cup in front of everyone at the office who's talking shit about you while you're jerking off in the room. And Daddy has developed an at-home sperm collection kit allowing you to test and store your sperm from the comfort of your own home, which is fantastic. It also looks like it was made by, a robot, like a good-looking, sleek robot, that knows how to... Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, who values privacy.
Maybe a robot interior designer. I don't know. Daddy, definitely a private robot. Daddy takes your sperm, tests it, stores it for you, so you don't have to worry about a thing and never have to leave your home. And those services at sperm banks are going to run you 4 figures easy, thousands of dollars to do the whole go there, collect it, store it for a year. Not with Daddy. Daddy provides the at-home collection kit, a lab-tested fertility report, and a year of sperm storage, all for $199. And guess what? Let's just knock 50 off that, because we're providing a special limited time offer to the entire Barstool community, to the entire Hardo Hive community with your first purchase. Go to daddykit.com, order your kit, enter promo code FACTOR50 during checkout. Boom. That's it.
Wow. That's generous of them. And that's so reasonably priced. Guys, I'm pretty environmentally conscious. You guys know that. We only have one planet, and I think it's important that we protect that planet. I recycle. And I also subscribe to the if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down lifestyle.
That is true and disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're welcome.
Very disgusting.
You're welcome, Mark. Which is why, guys, I strongly support the Florida man or woman in this next story who seems to share my views. Let's kick it down to Volusia County, Florida. Teachers Union President Elizabeth Albert thinks that the district should immediately part ways with its current custodial company after she got an email from a teacher last week that read in part, quote, I about threw my lunch up. Yeah, the email had to do with a disagreement related to the cleaning practices of one custodial engineer tasked with cleaning the school's bathroom. And the teacher wrote that she watched as a custodian, quote, took the toilet scrub brush, dunked it into the toilet, threw the toilet water on the floor, and proceeded to scrub the floor around the toilet with the brush and the toilet water.
Mm.
I don't understand what the problem is here, guys.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I don't understand what the problem is. The guy used the toilet water to clean the floor around the toilet and the toilet. The email didn't say anything about the toilet water being soiled or even lightly used.
Right.
And Union President Elizabeth Albert disagrees that it's acceptable, saying this action just further provides evidence that they're not doing what they're supposed to do and there is no accountability. But in my opinion, more practical and environmentally conscious Chief Operating Officer for the school district, Greg Aiken, believes custodial complaints are overblown and that they immediately dealt with the custodian's bathroom cleaning technique through remedial training. So all's well that ends well, I guess. But I guess this isn't good enough for this clean freak and earth hater, Elizabeth Albert, who said, quote, during a public health crisis, you think it's okay to use toilet water to clean a bathroom?
Nothing a janitor does is going to be good enough for Elizabeth Albert. She's just looking for things these peon people that she's better than does wrong. Keeps a strong watch on them. Yeah, looks at them. Judges them, and then all of a sudden, a couple splashes of toilet water on the ground to do a good cleaning job, and she's all over them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's not a couple splashes. It was a lot of toilet water. I mean, that was the primary solution that they were using to get dirt off the floor was toilet water. But hey, maybe they were trying to be environmentally conscious.
I mean, isn't it all brand new water?
Exactly.
Well, if it comes from the top of the tank, it's different
clean.
than if it's coming from the bowl.
It's bowl situation here.
Yeah, the bowl does. If the bowl
There's
has
remnants.
If the bowl has poop on the rim, and then it goes through the thing, and then it gets some poop particles. Yeah.
Let me ask you: do you guys ever critique your garbage man's technique?
All the time.
Do you really?
Wait, what?
Yeah. I get mad at him regularly because he either drops something, a piece of trash, or he doesn't take the time to make sure that the trash that's pushed in there gets out before he lowers. It's one of those like arms that comes up, you know?
Yeah. Do you watch him?
I remember back in the day when the garbage trucks had the things on the back, so they just throw the trash in the back and then you watch them compact it.
Yeah.
Like I always thought that was fascinating when I was a kid. And I think the arm is pretty cool as well. So if I'm home and I hear the garbage man coming, I will absolutely watch the arm in action.
Big trash. What's the big trash kit?
You don't like to watch the arm in action?
No, I do. I'm surprised you didn't grow up to be a trash man.
I'm usually sleeping at 5 a.m. when they come by.
There's no way Pat watches that.
Okay, yeah. He's got a high standards.
I don't say anything to him, and I don't complain to the city.
You just complain in your head.
Do you ever
like
pound your table in anger? Like,
no.
Son of a bitch.
No, it's just it's. I'm not gonna be like, whoa, this is delightful. He left a bunch of trash on the street.
Wes quickly walks out and just grabs the trash, puts it in his can, and makes like a snide comment within a hearing distance.
I don't voice my.
Guess you'll get this piece next week.
Yeah. Do you ever think I could do better? I should show him. I should show him how much better I could do.
No, I don't think that.
Dude, trashmen get paid.
Do they?
Yeah.
I heard that. I always feel like that was a myth, but it could be true. Let's take it to the internet real quick. Cindy Ketchard said, this has been happening for years. My grandparents did this to conserve water. Thank you, Cindy. And then Ben Spidolnik said, who amongst us hasn't used toilet water to mop the countertops while working at the local Subway? Get out of your glass house, am I right? I thought that was pretty good. But then the comments take a weird turn here, and I don't know anything about this. Maybe you guys do. But Mike Benning comes out of left field saying, wash up with water from the prison toilet after being on lockdown for over 12 days, no showers allowed 24/7, then get extra lockdown time for using toilet water to freshen up. And I was like what? Is he in jail currently, or is this like...
No, he's having a flashback.
Because then it was followed up by Terry Blocker, who said, must have been an ex-convict who used the toilet.
Yeah.
Like, is this a thing?
It's a jail move, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I didn't know.
I mean, I've seen it on like lockdown.
I've read that it's a jail move.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, all right. For my last story, I'm going to round it out with an honorary Florida man from Ryan McNally. Thanks, Ryan. Guys, a Butte, Montana man was arrested this past Friday for having a little too much fun. Not once, but twice. So we got 2 aggravated driving under the influence offenses, and both happened within 4 hours of each other. So I think aggravated.
Nice. Had to sing the same song twice.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the problem is that Christopher Cody Cherney, 32, he was first arrested at 2:45 in a Walmart parking lot. He had hit another car, and then at jail, his alcohol content was 4 times the legal limit. But because of COVID, the sheriff Ed Lester said, just have someone come pick him up.
But because Ed knew him.
Yeah, because Ed knew him, was his brother-in-law or some shit. Ed decided to let Cherney go, and he released him into the care of a sober person. And that's releasing a person who is 4 times the legal limit over to a sober person.
You had him in the fucking jail, guys.
Yeah, it's really
Bad
more like
idea.
It's really just punishing the sober person.
It is. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I've been released to a sober person well over 4 or 5 times the legal limit, and I can imagine what a handful I was.
Oh my God. And your drunk brain is just like remembering jail and stuff, and it's like, oh, you can't process it.
Yeah. It's not a good idea. So guess what happened? They couldn't contain him, and by 6:30 p.m., he was back behind the wheel. This time he hit 5 parked vehicles and was again arrested and for aggravated DUI. And this time they decided they were smart, said, no more fun for you, mister. And he was, he kept him overnight.
I love this. This is definitely a what? What did I do situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But they did release the menace back into society Saturday. So they gave him they gave him 12 hours, and then he was back at it probably pretty quickly after that. Yeah.
There's half a weekend left.
You're back again, huh? I've never seen you in my life.
Yeah. I don't want to stay here and watch him all weekend.
Jesus, yeah, he's probably just annoying them.
Yeah, so that's that one. Pretty good.
Holy shit. All right, guys, let's do some 5-star reviews and voicemails. We didn't do them on Wednesday because it was a short week. So with the holidays, so we figured we'd just catch up today. A lot of reviews, 4 voicemails. Let's start with the reviews. If my thing will work here. Okay. It's me, _Al Green, says best way to start my day. Good morning. This is the best way to start your daily news. They cover, hang on, I'm having some issues. They cover the best stories, and I love all their input. Been listening since the last weight loss competition. Can't wait for this one. Love the evolution of beef. He gets annoying sometimes, but he's an itch you just got to scratch. Sometimes,
Scratch on,
you know
baby.
what I mean? And as a man in Florida, I love Florida Man Friday. Hey, shout out Florida Man Friday. I hope nothing but the best for Wes. Glad to hear him back again. I was the one who got Joe Jorgensen in touch with you guys. Hope that worked out well. It didn't. They're ignoring us again. Can't wait to hear her on the show. You won't, because they're ignoring us again. Get that extension, guys. Keep kicking ass. Keep packing the Mac in the back and the ACK and hashtag HAGFD, which is have a great fucking day from Al Green.
Nice. Thanks, Al.
Yeah.
You get annoying sometimes, Al.
Yeah, right. Who doesn't? Mighty Duck 415 says, love the show. 5 stars. Hi, guys. I really enjoy the show. I feel it is one of the only not biased sources of news out there. Thanks, buddy. It does this while keeping everything lighthearted and funny. I would love it if you could all could mention or talk about Unity 2020, one show, or even interview Brett Weinstein about it. Even if you all don't agree with the plan, I wish more people would be open to discussing it. Guess what? We just did, because you put it in the review and we read it. Unity 2020. I'm not familiar with it, but
I hope it's not. Yeah, something terrible. It sounds good. It's probably something good.
It sounds good.
Yeah, maybe it's like one of those ironic names.
Well, yeah, when it's tiny, when it's a huge guy. Unity 2020. It's a bunch of sex offending Satanists.
We just want to get all these men and these boys together. Unity.
Yeah. All right. Well, we mentioned it. Maybe we'll look into it. Sammy the Kid says, best news podcast. I've been listening to this podcast since episode 1, and these guys are great. I'm a college student, and Hard Factor is the only way I stay informed. So get these guys a new contract, or I'll go back to being a head in the sand dum-dum who knows nothing of what's going on in the world. And that's what we don't want, guys. We don't want this to happen to people. So,
Spread the word. Spread the word.
Right? Sammy the Kid. All right, next one's from Jordan Wyrick. Nobody does it better. Got turned onto the podcast a few months ago and have been a regular listener ever since. You guys are by far the best part of my day. P.S. Would Pat the Pool Boy be willing to take a trip to Kansas City? There are a good number of above-ground pools in my neighborhood that I'd pay good money to see him elbow deep in. HAGFD, boys.
Here's the deal. You take me to Oklahoma Joe's, and I will fuck all your wives, and I'll be there. If that's, that's what he wanted?
Clean the pool. He wants you to clean the pools too. I think
that one made no mention of fucking wives.
There's one later that will mention wives, but I think you're gonna have to be careful. I think you're gonna have to ask before you start just fucking people's wives, because some might get mad.
This isn't what you wanted?
Yeah. Gabe407 says, thank you for making me feel like, and I don't know the rest of it because I didn't get it from sorry. That's all. That cuts off. But his message is, as depressing as the news can be, I actually look forward to listening in the AM. I take the stories and disperse them via my Instagram story, and I feel like the most handsome news anchor in the world. For letting my friends know about things we all probably missed. He's saying he's better looking than us. Also, as a former Florida resident, thank you for reminding me every Friday that I made the correct choice. P.S. Caliper CBD is great, and I'm from a generic fan who wasn't paid by you guys to say this. So there you go.
The rest of it is, thank you for making me feel like the most informed person in the group.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
You're welcome, Gabe.
No problem. Tyler McKay says poop, and then his message is soup. So poop soup. That's from
cool.
Scoopity doop.
We'll take
soup,
it.
soup, poop. I know
stars.
where you're going with that.
Next one's from Jen, not anonymous. She wants to know it's Jen. Nobody does it better.
Nobody does it better.
That's two titles very similar right there. So the best and only way to start your day. It's the perfect blend of news and entertainment for grown-ass adults. HAGFD would love a crop tee for us female listeners. Thanks. Got to get a female.
We can't do that, but we can start including a pair of scissors with every shirt that we ship.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah.
We're going to try.
Why don't we just cut the sleeves off of them and the stomach and the...
Why don't we do this? So I had suggested last time, like my boyfriend got me in a Hard Factor. That's one idea. If the ladies of the Hardo Hive want to come up with an idea, we would love to make a lady shirt, but we have no idea what you want.
Why don't we just call it Ladies of Hard Factor?
We could do that. I just don't know. Everything I do around women seems to be wrong. So I would rather them choose it. You know what I mean?
Hivettes.
Throw us some ideas. We'll get it designed.
Yeah, we're the last people that need to be designing women's clothing.
I heard tie-dyes in. We can do that.
Touche. Next one is from Regal 2020. Keep it up, bro. Can't wait to see you guys get full time. Been listening since the start. Glad Large is out there giving some publicity, and you guys are getting more in the mix. Also, when it comes to satire, AON has to be the best. Large, thank you for the publicity. We love working with Large. Thanks for listening since day one. Do you think he meant OAN? Because I looked up AON and I couldn't figure out.
He probably meant One American News Network, which is
which is OAN. Right?
Pretty trash.
Yeah. And then next one, TJ B says, "Keep up the great work. This podcast is a great way to get your daily dose of news in a hilarious and easy to listen to way. Let's get the boys full time at Barstool so the mayhem never stops. HAGFD."
All right.
A lot of HAGFDs out there. I think there's one more. Yeah, last one. The Polar Bear says, "Beef, put a baby in my wife, please." So maybe this is the one you were anticipating. Beef. What can I say? 3 awesome hosts and Pat give you a truly unbiased view of the news day in and day out. They make it funny because that's the only way the news is bearable these days. I only have 2 complaints. Pat the pool boy, communist in chief, hasn't had his way with my wife yet. And 2, all these idiots asking for token diversity to be added. These are high school friends doing a show together, and that's what makes it great. Don't ruin it with forced token diversity. And I don't agree with forced token diversity, but we are, 4 white guys that were friends, so we are the skin color we are. HAGFD Will, HAGFD Wes, HAGFD Mark, HAGFD Pat.
Nice.
That's it.
What? I'm in.
Yeah.
The polar bear.
Yeah. Ask the polar bear.
I don't have to raise it, do I?
Ask the polar bear where you need to go.
Probably the North Pole.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to see my South Pole? All right, here we go. From Wex.
Little polar board.
Criminals in History.
On This Week in Dumb Criminal History, a young boy in Big Ten country was physically assaulted by an SEC fan who was just too excited for the impending college football season. On the campaign trail in 2015, this U.S. Senator from Florida was running for higher office, and while in Iowa, decided to loosen up and play some backyard football with kids attending the political rally near the Iowa State Fair. The 4'0" wide receiver lined up in the slot, got a good jump and was wide open in between the hashes. The Florida politician turned backyard Blake Bortles fired in a tight spiral, but instead of securing the catch with his hands and turning upfield, the kid missed the ball entirely and took the pass straight to the face. United States Florida Senator, former presidential candidate, and backyard All-American quarterback Marco Rubio appeared to bounce back after the incompletion, but it's unknown if he was able to put together an offensive drive longer than his failed presidential campaign. The kid was fine after brief medical attention, and Rubio told ESPN later that night that, quote, the quarterback always gets the blame. According to one internet correspondent, @BuddyStone on Twitter, generations of kids will get conked on the head under Rubio's political policies. My question to the boys this week is, what was your worst sports-related injury? All right, I'm Wex from Indiana, and that was This Week in Dumb Criminal History.
Dig it.
All right.
You know,
so, yeah.
former guest of the show, Cam Caskey, really gave it to Marco Rubio one time. If you want to Google that, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Rubio clearly wasn't wearing a helmet. That's why he didn't play probably football in high school or college. He might have, but I doubt it because his ears are too big and they would fold over like an omelet if you put a helmet on those. So doubt he got a helmet on that noggin. What's your worst injury? Sports.
I got one. When I want to say maybe I was like 8, 7. I didn't have friends. Well, I just put it out there. Didn't have a lot of friends. My brother, who's 2.5 years older than me, did have friends. So whenever he would go to hang with his buddy, I would tag along. Like my mom would drop him off. He'd go up to the door, and I would like run out of the car and be like, "Hi!" And they'd be like, "Oh, do you want to come too, Pat?" I was like, "Yeah." Anyway, so I was like the young kid, and we were playing football in the backyard. And because I was the youngest, they gave me the football helmet, right, which was stupid because it was an adult-sized football helmet. So they threw me the ball, and I'm running in the backyard with this football helmet, and it's like every step I take, it's obscuring and then unobscuring my vision as it rocks back and forth on my head. And I go right into the bird feeder nuts first. It was the first nut shot I ever felt in my life, which, you guys know, it's terrible for ladies out there. I don't know what's equivalent, maybe childbirth. So I took this nut shot, immediately went down, started crying. My brother's buddy's mom ran out, and she was like, "What's wrong?" And I was, and she brought me up on the deck, and she goes, "Where does it hurt? I'll rub it." And I pointed to my groin, and that day I learned that adults are not allowed to rub that area. She's like, "I can't rub that," and I was like, "Why not? There's where it hurts." So I learned 2 lessons that day.
Yeah, big day for the beef. What about you, Wes?
Wow, a nut shot. Mine was I was playing some pickup basketball, and I was guarding with my buddy Steve, and I had my tongue was just like out, and he lowered his shoulder, and he made me bite through my tongue, and the injury, I still have a mark on the tip of my tongue from it, but it was one of the most annoying injuries because when you have a giant gash in your tongue, you can't eat. I had to like gargle, like put salt water on it. I kept catching like the flap with my tooth, and there's nothing you can do about it except for wait for it to fucking heal.
Cunnilingus is out.
Yeah, well, this was before that was happening, thank God. But it was very painful. It bled a lot. It was really just more annoying than anything.
What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, mine's similar. Instead of a nut shot, though, most of the brunt went to the peen. I was playing indoor soccer, and a guy was trying to clear the ball as I was just racing towards him to score, like another goal or something, and I took it right in the penis, and it was winter in Northern Virginia, and I immediately howled and mountain crawled off the outside and went out, and it had just blizzard, and I just stuck my peen and face into the banks of snow, and my penis was purple for like 3 days.
Oh, bro! Did it hit the tip? Did anyone rub it for you?
It got it good, got it right on the peen. Yeah, it's got to be the peen shot. Because, again, no broken bones thanks to the milk. All right, next one.
Yeah, you're boner.
Hey, man, it's Eli calling back from Wisconsin. I was just talking to my roommate, and I kind of came up with a question. So, how long do you think it is until, Apple, per se, starts censoring words in the keyboard, like vulgar terms that are unsocially just? There's going to,
we did this one already.
Change it. Do you think it's going to happen in the near future or not?
We'll have to chop this one.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we already did this one.
We did this one?
Yeah, we did it last week.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll just edit that out. All right. Next one.
What's up, Hard Factor boys? It's Trash Panda down here in Houston, Texas. Just finished Thursday's episode. Shit, my bad. Thursday's episode. And I want to say, Mark, you're the pop culture king because you made a Billy Madison reference. I fucking love Billy Madison. That's a comedy lover. Second of all, Wes, fucking go you. It takes a man with some big ass balls that made he's wrong and actually solve the problem. Go you. Now, to my question. Who wins in a death battle? A python from the Florida Keys or a saltwater gator from Australia that was not found in salt water? Have a great fucking day, boys.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Yep. Alligator versus Burmese python.
I feel like it's a
No.
no-brainer, right?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
What do you guys think?
Gator all day long.
Saltwater crocodile is what he. I think
Or yeah,
what he
whatever.
Said, right?
Anything that
Oh,
was
I
teeth.
thought you said. Oh yeah.
Saltwater crocodile is fucking enormous.
Did he say crocodile or gator?
We said
Doesn't matter. Both are beating a python, probably.
yeah, both would kill a python.
No.
100%.
Okay, there's the pythons will eat the smaller gators in
Yes.
Florida, but a
certainly
saltwater
depends on the
the
size.
saltwater crocs. I'm pretty sure is what he said. Those are the kind that like eat like fucking bison, like
Right. Well, we did a
buffalo.
story on a crocodile that was swimming in fresh water in Australia.
Yes,
which
that was what the saltwater croc
That's what
are
he's
the big
referring to.
ones. Are the big ones in
Right.
Australia that like 18 feet.
Yeah, but how are they going to kill a gator? I mean, they're going to. You can't. Like, it's got armor
So,
for skin.
A Burmese python, a giant Burmese python is going to probably beat most gators.
No,
I
that is absolutely not true.
I don't think it would beat a crocodile. Well, there's a video of a Burmese python versus an alligator. You can YouTube it. It's got like 114 million views, and it was kind of a stalemate. But at the end, the Burmese python scared the gator away. So I don't know.
So
Crocodile.
then no one won because the fuck it was the runt bitch gator.
A gator versus a python is kind of like a no-win situation because the gator is going to chomp down on the python. It can like hold it in place, but it's not strong enough to like bite through the python. So it's kind of like when one gets tired. Yeah.
I think Gator wins this 100.
Crocodile. Well, I think we all agree crocodile would beat the python.
Yeah.
You guys want to buy
We're
a
split on
crocodile?
we're split on gator and python.
You guys want to go in on one? We could just solve this.
No, I mean we all agree crocodile versus python. We'd have to do gator, which is much easier for us to acquire a gator. Anyways, so we could just go to Florida and solve this with the gator and the python. All right, last one.
Should do it over Thanksgiving.
Hey, Hard Factor boys, David here, big time fan. 5-star review. Just wanted to give a shout out for Leeds United this weekend. First game in the Premier League since 2004. The slogan of the team is Marching On Together, or MOT. So it's key for you guys to know before we take on Liverpool and hopefully secure a point, potentially 3 with a win. Exciting to be back this year. Can provide more details about being a Leeds fan the last 2 decades. HAGST, MOT.
Nice. He didn't tell us what the the other part was, but
MOT. Well, it's huge.
No. The part before that, he said MOT means marching on together, but he said at the end, he said HHS.
No, he
He said, have a good
HAGFT.
fucking day. He said our thing back to us. Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
good
I'm an
ears
idiot.
on you. Anything Pat can do, Mark can do. I will say this.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't say
You're gonna hang on to that, you loser.
I wouldn't say everything. I wouldn't be calling me a loser.
I wouldn't be calling me a loser.
Yeah, I would agree. Trust me, huge weekend for Leeds, and we are pumped.
Do you know anyone on Leeds?
No, what are you talking about?
Well, there you go. So I can do that better. Cam Phillips, number 7 midfielder, played first Leeds player to be on the English national team. Watched him play against Denmark this week in a national game. He's got a good-looking pass on him, good-looking pace and pass on him. I think Cam Phillips is going to take Leeds to some wins this season. I'm looking forward to that. He's got
Me too,
because
because I'm a Leeds fan too. Don't exclude me. So
No, I know you're a Leeds fan.
It's a Leeds podcast. So
you guys ready for this Saturday? Let's get back on the same page.
I just heard that there's a game. So yeah, huge.
You just heard there's a game. It's gonna be a tough one going against the top team, but we'll see how it goes. You got anything? You gonna watch the game
On Saturday?
Yeah.
Was it like 2 a.m.?
No, I think this one's actually at like 12:30. They start early, but they also go through the afternoon. This one's at noon, I think.
Yeah, if I can get it, if Sling has it, I'll watch it.
Okay. Well,
Chances are they don't.
I'll text you guys where it's at, and we'll
Okay.
watch it because go Leeds. And speaking of Saturday and the weekend, football's back as well. Football is back on last night. We don't know the score yet. We're about to go watch that game now. So enjoy the weekend, y'all. Whether you're watching Leeds or watching the NFL, or if you're not into sports, go for a walk, go take some time, have a great weekend. We'll be back bright and early Monday morning next week with Will screaming so Wes's voice can recover. We love you guys. Please continue to support us, spread the word, and have a great fucking weekend.